Hi, folks. This is Miss Stymack, one of the counselors at Jones, and I am going to be talking to you today about post-secondary pathways. So you might be thinking, Miss Stymack, what's a post-secondary pathway? And I'm going to tell you, a post-secondary pathway is whatever you choose to do once you have graduated from Jones. Okay, so what are you planning to do once you graduate high school? There are 6 post-secondary pathways recognized by CPS. There are a lot of different things that folks can get involved in. And as you start to think about your classes for sophomore year, your graduation requirements, different things as you start to plan out the rest of your high school experience, we wanted to make sure that you folks were at least aware of what these pathways are. So, sorry, didn't work there for a second, but here we are. And I wanted to take a moment just to talk you through the 6 post-secondary pathways. This graphic is from the CPS Learn, Plan, Succeed website, which is a really, really great resource if you wanted to learn more about some of these pathways. So to start, we have college. When we talk about college, we're talking about any institution of higher education that will award you a degree or a credential. So this includes, but isn't limited to, universities, community colleges, trade schools, and more. So college is the path that the majority of our students will choose. About 90% of our graduating class each year will go on to pursue some type of college education. However, there are 5 other options that we wanted to make sure you were aware of. One being the military. So there's 5 different branches of the military. A lot of these will have an active duty as well as a part-time component. Each varies in service commitment, in location, and how members contribute to the overall mission of protecting our country. So there's a lot of different options within the military. And I should have said this at first, but when you see this preferred evidence under all of these, that refers to the Learn, Plan, Succeed requirement, which is basically the graduation requirement for CPS students. That means you must show or you must send your counselor proof of your post-secondary pathway. So proof of what you will be doing once you have graduated. And these, as they list the post-secondary pathways, just give examples of what those are. A gap year is a semester or a year of experiential learning that's typically taken right after you graduate for either a semester or a year before you enroll in college or begin your career. A lot of the time you see service years or traveling or some kind of experience overseas when it comes to a gap year. The important distinction about a gap year is that you're actually doing something with your time off and that you're doing something that helps contribute to your practical, professional, and personal awareness. The next post-secondary pathway is employment. So this is a paid working agreement between an employer and an employee. You have agreed to be hired for a salary or a fee to perform work for an employer. You're going directly into a job. A trade or apprenticeship will give you a combination of classroom instruction as well as on-the-job training. And this is typically where you see your crafts and your trades. Okay, so you, as a worker, you'll learn the practical nature as well as the theoretical aspects of a highly skilled occupation. And then finally, we have a job training program. So job training programs are really great in that they will give you on-the-job training. Kind of to boost your employability and your earnings. Okay, so you might enter a program where you learn about a specific job in the classroom, as well as participating in that job on site. A lot of the time, our hospitality careers come out of job training programs. And there's a lot of really good information about job training programs, as well as all of these post-secondary pathways on the CPS Learn, Plan, Succeed website. As you move through high school, you will be hearing a lot more about these post-secondary pathways in your sophomore, junior, and senior year as well. But as we move through your freshman year and start thinking about the next 3-ish years at Jones, we wanted you to be aware of the pathways. If you have questions or if you want to learn more, I would encourage you to check out the CPS Learn, Plan, Succeed website or ask your counselor any questions you might have.